the bus stop, swerving into what's hot. Coming live, Shady Sports, yeah, we got it on live. Sports and music, yeah, let's get into it. Do it like no other, do it. Blueprint for consuming the team that's never losing. Coming live from Colorado, like, share, and follow. Shady Sports, the motto, fresher than avocado. Play by play and ball for ball, we coming to you from afar. Day to day and call for call, we talk about it all.
Yeah, this the bus stop, talking sports and hip hop. Jump on the bandwagon, cause we talking what's hot. 8303, Denver, what's happening? We got sports action, come take a ride with us. If you DJ and a rapping, no capping, stay on LinkedIn, bringing sports and rap news, stats news, and talking Denver Zuzu. And we ain't hard to find, we on Shady Sports Network like all the time. Gemini Statik got the ball, it's time to grind. It's the show you won't wanna miss, not one line. And ain't there not a show bringing what we bringing. So go ahead and tune in, man, we just hanging at the bus stop.
Shady Sports, 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 Shady Sports.
Come on, man. We just hanging at the bus stop. What's good, everybody? It is Saturday morning. So you know what that means. We're just kicking it over here at the bus stop on Shady Sports Network. I'm Gemini. That's Statik. What up, Statik?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, you know how I do, man. I am doing great. It's a morning, so hey, we're here. So I think that means that says it all right there, right?
Exactly.
No, it's the morning, man. I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to it. College. We got a great college lineup today. Looks like Penn State, Oregon, Notre Dame, Arkansas. So we got some solid college games on. Man, we got some amazing things going on over here at Shady Sports Network. We just crossed over 2,900 subscribers. So we're trying to, like I said, man, 10,000 by the end of the season. It's coming, man. We're seeing it. We're seeing it. So, guys, hit that like button. Head over to the YouTube if you haven't already. Hit subscribe. This is Shady Sports, or this is the bus stop on Shady Sports Network, the NFL Week 4 preview with our hip hop New Music Friday updates. Yo, Statik. I know we're gonna get into it. Last weekend we had ourselves a show, man. I don't even know. We went for like 3-4 hours or something like that. Yep. We had Kareem on. It was great. He won't be back on this show, but I know we did have our prediction, at least from the Broncos game. I think I might have wrote that another game too. So we'll go over that and kind of go over last week, see what we saw, what we think we saw, and then we'll get into this week and talk about some games. We got Broncos, Bengals. We got who's Tennessee playing today? The Texans. Gosh, or tomorrow. That's the thing. I don't even know what day it is. I woke up this morning waiting for an Ireland game. It's tomorrow. Right. I was mad because I couldn't find it. So I'm ready to get this show going, right? So let's get into it. You know how I do. I'll go ahead and hit it with the promo. Guys, head over to ShadySportsNetwork.com. If you haven't already, head over to our YouTube, Shady Sports Network. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, and come and hang with us over here at the bus stop. Like I said, I'm Gemini. That's Statik. We'll be right back, guys. Keep rocking.
You thought you wanted Gunther against Chad Gable, but you didn't. And I'm going to tell you why. Chad Gable would take everything that Gunther's done and bury it.
The Playmaker.
It was on site. AJ Styles walked out there, seen LA like, oh, okay. And then LA Knight hopped out the car. Let's go.
Break down everything in TNA, AEW, and all of the WWE programming. Join these two kings, monarchs of wrestling, live every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central on the Play Caller Sports Talk YouTube channel.
Let's go.
Live at 6:30 Mondays.
Yes, sir. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We got something for you every single day of the week.
Keep it popping.
Network. Keep it popping. So we did have some score predictions last week, and I think we were. Oh, Kareem was right with the Broncos. We were all wrong in the Broncos.
I did horrible last week, man. I said
horrible.
I was talking about best with a coworker. I was like, don't go against what I'd say this week. Honestly, at this point.
Yeah, man. So yeah, for the Broncos, you said 28. No, you said 28-34 Broncos win.
Yep.
And then I said 47-27 Broncos. Wrong.
23
Both of us were wrong. I don't even think I got the overall score right. But anyway, and then Kareem said 31-20, and the score was 23-20. So
yeah,
as we know.
Yeah.
Freaking Broncos, man. What the heck?
Yeah, man. I don't know what their deal is. I've said it once. I'll say it again. I'll probably say it a couple more times. But Bo Nix just needs to set his feet, man. He needs to control. He's throwing for the sky. I don't get what he's doing. He overthrew it like twice on 2 great looks and
3 times.
3 times, yeah. 3 times. And I think it was twice to Mims, wasn't it? Or
twice to Mims, once to Sutton.
Yeah, it was a bad look, man. Just because it's just they were wide open. They were clear looks.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have to give it everything that he gave it. And it's just like, man, you got to realize your runners. You got to realize their routes. You got to realize their breaks. That's what practice is all about. We talking about practice.
Practice?
We talking about practice. And so, it's one of those things where it's like, that's where you build that timing. You develop it. Like, I don't know what it is with him and his receivers where he's just thinking that they're Tyreek Hill. It's like they ain't going 22 miles an hour down the field. Like, give them that second to break away. They're getting clean looks. They're doing their job. It's Bo Nix thinking that, they need to get down there faster, but he just needs to let it out a little second later, get his feet set, make that accurate toss. So he doesn't have to throw it 50 feet in the air, 50 yards in the air. It just needs to get down the field. It needs to get where it needs to go, and he needs to give his receivers that chance to get there.
Yeah, man. 153 yards in an entire game is not it.
No.
Not at all. I don't care what the quarterback is, who the quarterback is. That's Navy. That's Navy football right there.
Yeah.
Right? That's that's running the ball, screen throws. And
just on those overthrows, it would have, had he landed those and hit those targets, it'd have been upwards of 250, 300 for the day, easily.
So those were right up there with Herbert, but he'd have 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Bo Nix frustrating, man. J.K. Dobbins almost got to 100 yards, 83 yards. Almost. I think he had like 96 yards last week or something like that. So he's getting close.
Yeah, and I haven't lost all faith in Bo Nix at all. He's just still needs to develop. He still needs that time to develop. It's hard for a rookie quarterback to take the starting position and just develop all those tools and skills that he needs to be on that pro level and play elite week after week. And, it always seems to take him 4 weeks to get acclimated to a season. That's what happened last year. We started 1-2. It took week 4, and then we kind of started running with it from there. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for again. But, it's just that time. He's got to really own it. He's got to. And that's one thing that I do like about him is that, he's accountable for his actions, but he also thing that's kind of bothering me a little bit that I liked to see last season, but I'm not liking so much this season is his ability to accept criticism on the sideline. It seems like last year he had that leadership value of having pushback. You see him and Sean Payton get into it on the sideline last year, but I seen that again this year. It's like, no, we're past that, man. You need to accept criticism. You need to listen to your coaching staff. You need to listen to whatever they're telling you and accept it and grow from it.
Paz just texted me. He said, you just got to believe, man. We're all believing. I've been thinking about this all week, man. Is it because they were hyped up so much in the offseason?
Yeah.
That it all of a sudden feels so disappointing?
Yeah. It's because we thought this was the season. Everything was going to come together. It was going to happen. Things clicked just because of how the end of the season ended last year. It ended on a high note. Came up just a little short in our playoff game, and there's just so much to look forward to. But it seems like we took 5 steps forward and 10 steps back.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of the season, it's just like, yeah, we ended on 5 steps forward, but now we're going 10 steps back, and it looks like we're, the 2024 team again.
Yeah, but I think, is it because we're so used to having either a really good quarterback or no quarterback at all?
There hasn't been an in-between. You're not wrong.
It has not, right? We hit with Elway, right? They're going to, they're losing, going to Super Bowl losing. I don't even think they're going to the Super Bowl. They got Elway, started going to the Super Bowl losing, and finally bust through, right? He's the greatest quarterback here of all time.
Yeah.
And then it took, 20 years until they got Peyton Manning. You went through Tim Tebow. I can't even name all the quarterbacks that have come through here, man.
Random ones too, man. We've had
Jake? How many Jakes?
Right? We had Flacco at one point.
Mm-hmm. Freaking Drew Lock, Paxton. I can't even name just the quarterbacks in the past, 7 years, much less since Peyton Manning, right?
Yeah.
Much less before Peyton Manning. So I think it feels like that, like like around here, like they either have to be really good or it's like, oh snap, we better move on and get another quarterback. It's not gonna work out, right? And right now I think that's where we are.
Yeah, and I don't think any Bronco fan should be there, honestly, quite yet. You could think it, sure, whatever, but I mean, you got to believe. And you got to understand that this man he's in his second season. He needs time to develop still. He's working on it. I would just like to see some maturity come out where, he's accepting criticism. He goes to the sideline with his head down when facing the tablet and listening to the coaching staff and understanding how to grow from his mistakes instead of, repeat them and, just kind of get frustrated and feel like he has to throw the deep ball and get a quick touchdown. Like, nah, man, just develop. Own your mistakes, be accountable, and learn from those mistakes and grow. Just got to grow. That's the development I think that's needed at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that's it. Just got to give him time to grow, right? We just expected him to be the next coming of freaking Tom Brady, right? Like after 1 year, one season, we made the playoffs, and all of a sudden we're like, oh, we're going to win the AFC West and this and that and all types of stuff. And it's like, dang, like let's make it to the first contract, right? Let's make it to the first contract and then go from there and see what we're doing. Like all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're gonna win the Super Bowl or bust. Like Broncos country, man, they can't wait for nothing.
Yeah,
it's all in or all out.
Exactly, and we've got some good looks and good games coming up in terms of a bounce back, in terms of getting that confidence level back up. So I mean, I'm not there at any point. Like it's crossed my mind to be like, man, I mean, is he really our best option? But at the same time, like, that's pushed off by, the encouraging things that I've seen from him, and knowing that it's there. We just got to take our time. We got to be patient with him. I mean, we can't put too much pressure on this man to the point where, he's like, screw this team, screw the city. They don't have my back. They just want perfection. And if I don't bring it, they're just going to doubt me.
Yeah, I feel that. It is hard, though. It feels like he definitely reverted back to his rookie season. But, I mean, and the receivers aren't giving him much help either, though. Troy Franklin's out there dropping some passes. Where's Evan Ingram been? We don't know. So there's all these plans built around him. Now it's changed, and now we got Cortland trying to go deep, and doesn't, So I just feel like Sean Payton hasn't been doing a whole lot to help him either, but he also has been calling really, I don't know, it's just really weird right now.
Right.
They're out of sync.
Yeah, and I think the thing that, they're lacking on that offensive end and the receiving core is just speed. I mean, we don't have any speed demons out there.
We got Troy Franklin. We got Mims.
They're not really speedy, though. Mims, he's really good on his special teams because of his ability to see down the field beyond, that first tackle break. And if he breaks that first tackle, then he has a vision of where he's going to go from there. He's great at just looking down that field and understanding where he wants to take his running. Troy Franklin, I mean, even since last year, his hands have always been in question to me. Where I mean, he had some deep balls thrown to him that were 100% his fault, and Bo hit his target, and Troy Franklin just could not pull it in.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. It's just like I don't know. I feel like Bo's trying to do too much too. Like you just need to chill, man. Just chill, just play, man.
Agree. Go back to just street ball. Just have that street ball mentality. Don't take it so serious.
Yeah, man. It's good. It's good. Like we got a squad. We know we got a squad. Let's get this running game going.
Yeah, and
That's
defense is looking kind of weird and interesting too. You know, to see, you know, not Cortland Sutton.
Pastor Tan get worked up like he been getting worked.
Yeah, man, it's weird to see. It's weird to see them attack.
Yeah,
Pat.
they're looking at his hands like I don't know, like huh, what?
Yeah,
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, it's weird to see them attack PS2 and not be afraid to throw the ball his direction.
Yeah, and I think that was probably after that Colts game. You know, they're like, it's gonna take a PS2 interception to shut all that down again and get people back hype.
Right.
I think they've been doing okay, but we've been getting kind of lit up on defense, right? I mean, they allowed 23 points last week. They still have 5 sacks.
Yeah, that was a good thing to see, definitely. But that was what really won us the games last year was, you know, it wasn't the offense outscoring the opposing teams that we were playing. It was the defense keeping them from scoring and the offense just putting points on the board that got us our wins last year.
Yeah, man. And we're going to need that defense to get back to where they were. I mean, guys, you got those linebackers, man. Singleton, you know, stopping people, you know, 8 yards up the field. We can't have that. We got to get in the middle, and I understand that's what Greenlaw was supposed to be there for, and it sucks he's going to be out for a while, but we got to have somebody else, man, to stuff that middle. We can't have people just running freely up the middle. Like, I was like, dang, should I take out Chase Brown? Like, oh, they're playing the Broncos. Maybe I should keep Chase Brown in because he's probably going to go off. Granted, they don't have a passing game, so he may not, but I still feel like running backs are just getting their day against the Broncos.
Right.
It goes back to that Browns game, man, with Vic Fangio. When the Browns ran for the record or the Ravens ran for the record all over us. Oh, this is a crazy season, but yeah, they just never been able to stop the run.
Right, exactly. And that's just been their downfall in terms of, you know, what's going on so far this season. It's just that, you know, the defense isn't holding it down like it did last year. And, you know, I don't know what that's going to take to get back in their groove. It's probably going to take, you know, a PS2 pick six and a couple forced fumbles in a single game for them to be like, oh, yeah, we still are that team.
Yeah, I think it definitely PS2 just need to get a pick six to get locked back in because I don't know. It's just weird watching this. Like, dang, is this the Broncos defense? Like, what's going on right now?
Right.
Why do they look scared and unsure of themselves?
Right. What was one game last week that you really thought, you know, actually was exciting to see how the results turned out?
Oh, man. Chicago.
Yeah.
Out and dusted the Cowboys.
Yeah, that was a good one, definitely. I think one of the better games for me was the Eagles and Rams, man. That was closer and tighter than I thought it was going to be.
I was about to say Lions and Ravens.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Kind of same on that vein. A little bit closer and tighter.
Yeah, there were some good games this week, honestly, you know, that, you know, you didn't see coming really. You know, the Eagles, you expect them to get the win over the Rams. You don't expect it to be that close and that hard-earned.
Well, it was pretty close in the playoffs too last season, I feel like. So the Rams definitely come into play. I think the Rams are one of those teams that people just tend to fall asleep on. It's like they still got, you know, Puka Nacua, they still got Devontae Adams, you know, they still got Kyron Williams, they got an okay defense. Yeah, they don't have, you know, what's his face coming up the middle anymore. They don't have Aaron Donald, they don't have Jalen Ramsey back there. They don't have that defense that was locked down, but the Rams come to play, man. They always show up when they need to. It's funny, like Matt Stafford just brought that Lions approach over to the Rams. I feel like when he came, that blue collar, like we just got to get to work and just go to work. And they just go to work, man, and just do it when they need to.
Yeah, LA teams are looking pretty good this year, man. LA teams are showing up.
Screw the Chargers. I don't care about the Chargers. They are 3-0 the division though. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's a quick week 4 divisional leader right there, and that's something that I've seen happening. I don't know who had that on their parlay, but hey,
they just came and punked everyone out. They punked everyone out, man. They're like, "Yo, this is our division now. Yeah. Look at me. I'm the captain now."
Pretty much, man. Pretty much, and it's crazy to think about the chart. I can't remember the last time in my lifetime where the Chargers were leading the AFC West and that competitive. Phillip Rivers, and I mean it's probably the LaDainian Tomlinson era. Last time that they were heavy relevant team in the AFC West.
Right before Peyton Manning came over.
Yeah.
I think that was like the end of their little reign. They just would never get they would never get past the first round, right? I feel like they'd always get into the playoffs and then just get pushed out.
Yeah.
What up, Brad? Panthers going to Pats to get the second W. Dang, someone already high up on their high horse. That's a Panthers fan for you. Here, we're winning the Super Bowl. They sound like a Broncos fan. Get one win ready to go. I love it. Yeah. Right. That's going to be a decent game, though, looking at it now, right? You got these young quarterbacks, man, starting to form their own little roads. And, man, you see, how did the Panthers, what did they win? 38-0, 30-0. How did the Panthers win 30-0? How did they get 30 points and Bryce Young didn't have one passing touchdown?
Well, it was so convincing that they're pulling Penix and they're putting Kirk Cousins back in.
I know. Is Kirk Cousins playing this week?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they.
That's dumb. Falcons are dumb.
That was one of the big announcements that they put out right away was that Penix was going to get swapped out for Kirk Cousins.
They're dumb. They should have traded Kirk Cousins for a first-round pick over to New Orleans or somebody. They're so stupid. Then got Arch Manning or something.
Right. Yeah, no, it's an interesting one, definitely. But, yeah, the Panthers, they ran that score up, man. They really took it to Falcons. Obviously, that was in Carolina. Carolina this week going into New England. I don't see the same turnout. Maybe I see them pulling it off and, getting that win for sure. Mike Vrabel, has been the go-to head coach for me in terms of, like, head coaches that I like that are, like, newer to the head coaching game. He was with the Titans for a long time. I really loved him there, and I was sad to see him go. So, the Patriots are on the right path in terms of, like, their coaching staff, in terms of their draft picks and everything above. So, it's got to be an interesting game for sure. I could see, that one going multiple directions. I really couldn't give you a good solid prediction on that one, who's going to come out with the W on that one.
Right. Hopefully it'll be an okay game. I mean, we got some pretty good games these first couple of weeks of the season.
Right.
So, and then we got there was another one. Oh yeah, Jackson Dart getting his first start today against the Chargers. Speaking of the Chargers, going up against a rookie quarterback, getting his first start for the Giants. I think I called that. I said week 3 or 4.
Yeah, definitely. And, it's a heavily talked about subject for sure, just because everyone's saying that Russell Wilson is playing himself out of the Hall of Fame, which it's hard to disagree with that 100%. He went from being the face of the franchise and the man of Seattle to coming to Denver, getting paid to leave after, 2 seasons. And then after that, made it 3 games with the Giants before he's getting benched and he's going to be holding a clipboard. And so it's hard to argue that, he isn't playing himself out of the Hall of Fame. He's had a hell of a career. It's hard to look back and see him come to the Broncos now. I mean, he should have called it a career leaving Seattle, and they told him that he's good to go, and that would have been a nice horse to ride out on with that, because he would have been a staple in Seattle. People would have been like, they would have had that whole debate of why did we do that? Why did we let him go? And they went to see what has come to be with how he's gone forward with everything. Seattle's looking at it being like they're wiping their foreheads, being like, we dodged that bullet.
Mm-hmm. I know. That's why I keep telling these Kansas City fans when they talk about Pat Mahomes. But yeah, Russ was that dude too for a while.
Yep.
Remember that when you see Pat Mahomes playing for the Bears in 3 years. And the Chiefs back to losing. We're already seeing it though with the Chiefs, right? You know, their money's catching up to them. They can't bring in, you know, they can't pay these players, man. They can't pay everybody.
Right.
Can't give everybody raises, right?
Right, exactly. And, you know, it's coming around to bite them hard.
Yeah, it is. They're playing the Ravens Sunday afternoon. We'll see how that looks. They're both 1-2, so it's not like either one's pretty spectacular. I mean, people are comparing Derrick Henry to when what was Dallas's running back name back in the day? Ezekiel Elliott. That's his name. They're all comparing him to him. That season when he had the fumbles.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Where it's just like, okay, this is a heavy downfall. I mean, 3 games, 3 fumbles. It's like, what are you doing, man? What's going on?
I don't know though. King Henry's Hall of Fame. His downfall will be slow and timely.
Right.
Step away when he wants to step away.
Exactly, and I mean, he's a man that takes care of his body. He knows his body extremely well compared to other athletes where they push themselves, like Russell Wilson right now. Derrick Henry, he knows where his body's at. He knows where his health is at. It's just cleaning up his mistakes and not repeating them, which, I mean, I don't know. It's easier said than done. I don't know what's going on with his hands or what's going on in his head when those fumbles happen. But, I mean, he's just got to clean it up and figure it out. I'm a big Derrick Henry fan no matter where he goes just because, you know, he came from the Titans. That's my team. And I was sad to see him go when he left the Titans. But, you know, I was happy where he landed because, I mean, it really opened up that offense. It was the perfect fit. It was the perfect fit.
Yeah, I know. They just need to send Tyreek Hill up there.
Right.
And, man, they would go off.
Right. But, yeah, no, I mean, going back to the Chiefs, I mean, they got to win. It did not look pretty in that first half, though. I mean, the Giants were right there with them. Russell Wilson was looking halfway decent in that first half. It was back and forth kind of a battle. And then, you know, in that second half is where the Chiefs kind of just really ran away with it on a few plays that really kind of foreshadowed that whole first half, you know, and it made the Chiefs fans think that they were seeing a glimpse of something that, you know, is a comeback season for the Chiefs. But, I mean, they
against the Giants?
Yeah.
I'm picking Baltimore to win today.
Yeah, you mean tomorrow?
Tomorrow. I don't know. I keep thinking it's Sunday. Ready to go.
Yeah.
NFL.
We just can't wait. We got that's the exciting thing, man. We got 7:30 football tomorrow, man. That's always a good Sunday is when you get football that rolls right into the afternoon games. Like you don't have to wait. You don't have to wake up and watch those pre-games. You wake up 7:30. You got Vikings and Steelers.
Yep, and at 7 you can hang out with me.
Yep, and then
fantasy reports, and then we watch the game together, guys.
Right, and then we roll right into the end of that game into all our afternoon games. That's the best.
Let's go. It's gonna be a good day tomorrow. Make sure I try to get my stuff done today, so I can do nothing tomorrow.
What other predictions did you have written down for us from last week?
So we had the Colts
and Titans.
So, Reem said 18-28 Colts. You said 15-6 Colts, and I said 35-12 Colts.
You're pretty much the closest on that one as 41-20.
41-20. Hey, Price is right. Price is wrong, Bob.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a blowout game. I'm not surprised. You know, I don't know if Titans are just pushing for that whole first-round draft pick for next year or what the case is there. But, I mean, there's got to be some serious changes that happen in the background there. I don't know if it's ownership just handing the ranks over to GMs and letting them take full control and understand and make the decisions. But there's something in that office that just doesn't click in, and it's just a trickle effect all the way down to the players where it's just not clicking.
Well, I mean, the Colts got what's her name, right? The owner out there at practice and everything.
Yeah,
just infusing nothing but youthful energy into that team, right? So Colts are just looking like they're hitting their stride, man. It's weird. I keep waiting for Danny Jones to play like Danny Jones, but I mean, just playing the system.
Yeah. Titans with their ownership, they have Amy Adams Strunk, and she's just been making a lot of questionable calls these last couple seasons, honestly. I don't know really what their thought process is and their decision making, but it's just not working. I'm not happy with what I see from ownership. I don't blame anybody but ownership when it comes to deals like this, just because it comes from the top. And, she's one of those like very involved owners where, it's like Jerry Jones where she wants to have her hand in everything. But there's got to be a point in time, just like with Jerry Jones, where you got to understand you need to take a step back. You're ruining this franchise. You're ruining everything that the fans love about it.
Yeah. And everybody's trying to be like, what's the name over at the Colts? But yeah, it's the thing, man. You can't really. I don't know. You got to get in where you fit in, especially if you're an owner. Just kind of fill it out and see where your role is gonna be at. Like the Broncos ownership, I think they've been doing pretty good and like staying out of the way, but yet at the same time, coming around. You see different members from the ownership group around every once in a while. They have different roles, right? Like we have a GM, and then we also have a CFO or CEO or something like that. So same thing with the Nuggets. You see they have the two GMs. They have the co-GM role.
Yeah, it's owned by Stan Kroenke, but it's really operated by his son.
Well, I mean, they even hired the two GMs too, though.
Yeah,
I think that's stuff like that where it's like I think as an owner you just got to figure out who are the right people to put in the right places.
Delegation, yeah. Delegation, like you can't do everything. You can't be Jerry Jones because I mean you know how it goes when you need Jerry Jones. We see how it looks for him. I mean he makes dumb decisions. He gets rid of his star players when the whole city will question it, and he's like, "Well, it's my team," so it's like. Well, I love the Packers, man. Packers still only publicly owned team.
Yeah, and they have all the transparency too about the team. So, but like Jerry Jones is all about headlines, though. His sake, he doesn't care about the team or the game. None of that.
It's net worth.
Yeah,
it's all net worth.
Trying to build value, get the clicks and stuff. Which is why it's cool to see the Cowboys just get demolished every week.
Yeah. You just see him up in the booth with a smile on his face every touchdown, and then you don't see anything from him when the clock hits zeros.
Oh yeah, and they play the Packers tonight or tomorrow night.
Yeah, they got the primetime game, 6:20 p.m. start time, Mountain Standard Time. Packers versus Cowboys in Dallas.
Who are you picking in that game?
I think Packers will have a good comeback game. I think it'll actually be pretty close. I think the Cowboys, will get sick of what's going on. But I think this is one that like really falls on Dak and puts him in a bad light. I think it's going to be like the opposite. I think the Packers are going to have a great game, and it's all going to be credit to Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs. I think they're going to get their running game going and really take it to the Cowboys in the running game. I think the Cowboys are just going to fall on their face. They're going to get some good looks. They're going to get down the field. They'll score a couple touchdowns. There'll be a little glimmer of hope like midway through the game into the third quarter, and then the Packers just take the rest of the game, and then Cowboys just sitting on 0 with another loss.
Well, you have a prediction for the score?
I'd say Packers 31, Cowboys 20.
Nice. And a lot on the Cowboys. Is CeeDee Lamb hurt? I think CeeDee Lamb's hurt.
He's still hurt, yep.
Micah Parsons been hurt every day, but he's coming. He's still gonna play. But yeah, like you said, I think we're seeing a lot from Jordan Love. He's starting to pick it up. Matthew Golden, he's starting to take over as that number one receiver over there with those injuries. In Green Bay, I mean, Josh Jacobs even, kind of having himself a little revival over there. And I know, like, from a fantasy point of view, like, they've been looking pretty decent. Or Josh Jacobs been looking pretty decent. But yeah, no, Javonte Williams been kind of coming back down to earth. We'll see how Pickens does without CeeDee Lamb out there. I mean, I know Turpin that was Sam's guy to watch for the season, and he's been doing a pretty good job, in that wide receiver 3 role. But we'll see what happens when he's bumped up, when they don't have that, CeeDee Lamb pulling all that coverage towards him out there. Jake Burt, So I think it'll be a pretty good game. I think there's a lot on the line. I think Jerry Jeudy's going to actually challenge the team to go out and make him look good, right? Micah Parsons wants to come back and have a couple sacks, and Dak Prescott to prove that he should be there. So I think there's a lot going into this game. Green Bay does have a really good defense. I know they just lost to the Browns, but it's the NFL. Like any given Sunday, anything can happen.
This is the slap in the face game for Jerry Jones of Micah Parsons' return. And showing his worth and showing Cowboys what they missed out on for sure.
Mm-hmm. And it's like a double slap in the face too, right? Because it's not only that, but then if they do get the win, it's a win in the AFC as well too. So that could come down to playoff seeding at the end of the season. So dang, it's like what?
Yeah, what's your prediction for this game?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go 24-17 Packers. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. A running game, I think we're going to see a slugfest, but Cowboys' running game just can't keep up. We'll see us like 50 yards from Javonte.
Yeah, and the big thing is, George Pickens could pick up his game and everything like that. There's just a big question of, on the defensive end, their defensive backs have been really slacky this year with the Cowboys. Treylon Diggs has just been getting ran up and down the field.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like PS2.
Mm-hmm.
Like people been spent all off season, spent a whole lot of money trying to get past these cornerbacks. These quarterbacks, like watching their moves, know their tendencies and stuff. That's the thing about it. Like, defense is cool, but you're being watched the whole time. Like, you're reacting and you're being watched the whole time. So it's hard to keep up, man. Even as great as they are and as great as they can be, it's especially in this day and age, man.
That's why it's up to those defensive coordinators to change looks every year, not just keep going with the same pattern. And there's no possibility of don't fix something that's not broke, because it's kind of, if it's worked this year, it's probably not going to work next year in the NFL, and that's just how it goes and how it works. You got to change your looks, you got to change designs, you got to change playbooks, keep it fresh every year to keep the offense off guard.
Well, you look at it, you see, last season, I feel like last offseason is a wonder why, it was like Vance Joseph kind of had his chance of what he wanted to do, and he chose to stay with the Broncos. And already into this season, it's like, well, he might not make it the next season. Things change season to season, and you can't. You got to be able to, oof. Oh, that was definitely a flag. Damn, watching Georgia Tech Wake Forest game. Targeting.
Oof.
Dang. What up, Sam?
And then yesterday we had a couple of college games already. We had Florida State and Virginia.
Yeah, say it louder. Florida State, crappy school.
And then TCU and Arizona State, which Arizona State beat TCU.
Dang. I kind of gave up on betting on college football already.
Yeah, no, there's some teams where they paid teams a lot of money to play them and came out with a loss, and it was brutal. It's brutal to watch these top 10 ranked colleges go up against these random, practically community colleges and just get murked.
Yeah. Dang. Yeah, but they said a lot of these big colleges they're trying to stop scheduling. I forget who it was. Some school came out and they're like, yeah, we're not scheduling. I think it was an SEC. They're saying they're trying to eliminate having out of conference games because they don't want their schools losing to smaller schools Florida losing to USF and stuff like that.
Yeah. Definitely. One of the good games should be from today from college is USC versus Illinois.
Ooh.
And that one's going right now. It's the end of the first. It's 5 minutes left in the first quarter with no points on either side yet.
Dang.
Ranked 21, ranked 23.
Yeah, I think was it Georgia, Alabama plays today.
Yeah. And then Ohio State versus Washington.
Ooh, they're playing right now. Oh no, they're not. They're not.
Nah, 1:30.
LSU and Ole Miss. Gang. I guess there's college. I like college football. I just don't like it as much as the NFL.
Right. It's good to see like who is looking real hot, real good for the draft if they enter the draft pool and this and that. It's like who are we really looking at as being like an all-star in the NFL? How are they looking in college? It's great recruiting. I'd love to be an NFL recruiter, honestly, but
An NFL recruiter?
yeah.
I'd be a scout, right? They don't need to recruit in the NFL.
No,
I guess
no.
you do have to have recruiters actually for like off season.
Yeah, but really just kind of looking at the who's really just looking prime, who's gonna fall through the cracks, this and that. I mean, it's one of those things where it's cool to watch some of these guys from around college world come into NFL and see them not succeed somewhere, but know they got something in them.
Yeah. I have been trying to watch it for that though, to see who's coming up, to watch like their journey and stuff, because especially nowadays, right? Because they can come in after 2 years in college,
Right.
so they can get to the NFL a lot sooner. Sometimes, and then sometimes, like you have like these 5th-year seniors that turn around and make it into the NFL. So it is cool to see who is like on track for that. And then like you got other routes too that you don't even need to like go so ham. Like some people are choosing to go to the UFL. Some people choose to go to like the CFL and play. So I think nowadays, and then shoot, some people are just like, hey, I'll play in college as long as I can.
Right.
They're making bank.
Definitely, man. That's one thing that I miss about NBA, honestly, is when they had you didn't have to play college rules. You can come straight out of high school. It's crazy to see that. Just seeing Kobe Bryant come straight out of high school, not play any college. LeBron was, I think, the last draft class. I think it was 2003, where they had straight from high school draft option.
Yeah. I feel like in the NFL you can't do that though.
No, that's
like grown men you're going up against.
Right. You get demolished. And I mean, Derrick Henry is probably the only player that could have came straight out of high school into NFL dominant.
Yeah, maybe Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
I feel like he had the body type. But yeah, there's like maybe like Ray Lewis. Probably put together a team of players that probably could have. Megatron.
Yeah. There's dudes that were grown at 16.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Man, shoot, I'd be seeing videos on Instagram where like, so is 15 years old. He's 6'3", 295 pounds. Like, where did you create this beast of a person?
Right. What lab did he come out of?
Oh, man. Wake Forest got some generic stickers on the side of their helmet that says Wake, and it looked like they just bought their helmet tags off Wish.
Yeah, and I recently seen like a article about like college uniforms and like the lamest ones, and Wake Forest was definitely one of them. There was a couple black and gold teams. Luckily, the Buffs did not make that.
No, the Buffs are sick. Their jerseys are tight.
Yeah, they kept them fresh. They revitalized them once the Sanders came into town and everything, just because they were pretty bland at first. 3-4 seasons ago. It was just straight black and gold, not a whole lot of thought process put into them. And they really came out clean. They got, the mountain range on the side of the pants, and, you got different designs. They make them unique for being black and gold because there's so many black and gold teams in college.
Yeah. I know. There's only I feel like there's only maybe 4 different main colors for teams in college.
Yeah.
And then you got a couple of outliers like TCU and Boise who do their own thing, but the rest and Boise's not even, because they're still orange and blue. They're still in the orange and blue color scheme.
Yeah. That's I think that's where Florida changes it up quite a bit. They got the unique colors, honestly. Miami Hurricanes, they got pretty cool uniforms, unique colorways that you don't see everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really about it. Is just the Florida and every other team, they're pretty basic and bland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. And there's so many black and gold major teams.
Yeah.
I think both Georgia Tech and Wake Forest are both black and gold.
If it ain't black and gold, it's burgundy.
Burgundy gold.
Yeah.
What is it? Yellow.
Burgundy white with black outline.
Yeah. Yeah. So back to let's take a break real quick though. Let's take a promo real quick and then we'll come back, finish up, talk about like the Broncos game, a couple other games.
Talk about Thursday game that just happened too.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about week 4. Now we'll get into week 4, guys. So we're gonna take a promo. Hit that like button, hit that share button if you haven't already. Head over to YouTube and subscribe. We just crossed over 2,900. We're trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the season. That's my goal. So help me, help us, help you. So get us there, guys. Let's grow together. Hit that like button if you haven't already. We'll be right back. I'm Gemini Statik, and this is the Bus Stop over on Shady Sports Network. Come hang with us.
McCain.
You thought you wanted to go through against Chad Gable, but you didn't. And I'm going to tell you why. Chad Gable would take everything that Gunther's done and bury it.
The Playmaker.
It was on site. AJ Styles walked out there, seen LA like, oh, okay. And then LA Knight hopped out the car. Let's go.
Break down everything in TNA, AEW, and all of the WWE programming. Join these two kings, monarchs of wrestling, live every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central on the Play Caller Sports Talk YouTube channel.
Yes, sir. Joining, we got wrestling, we got football, we got basketball. Speaking of basketball, are you gonna play fantasy? Have you ever played fantasy basketball?
I haven't played fantasy basketball. It might be my first year though, just because it seems interesting. I like the dynamic of it and everything. It's pretty out there and different. So it's something that I would like to get into this year.
I might check it out. It seems like a lot, but I don't think it can be too much different from football. Like you just got a couple more players. Plus the players, I don't know. I have to look into it and see. But yeah, man, we got a little bit something for everyone on Shady Sports Network. So head over, subscribe if you haven't already. Check out our YouTube, Shady Sports Network. Check out our website, shadysportsnetwork.com. We got articles, we got stats, we got videos, live games, whatever you need for sports, we got it. So check it out, guys. And then of course those two Kangs. Yeah, Thursday night, man. Seahawks and the Cardinals. I think everybody in the world kind of knew the Seahawks are going to win. But I think the weirdest thing about that game is Jackson Smith didn't have a catch for the whole first half, I don't think. I think he had one catch the entire first half.
Yeah, and, he really – I think they tried to decoy him this week, really, honestly, and it kind of backfired on their on the scoring charts, really, just because, everyone and their mom assumes that, it's just going to go to – Jackson Smith every time. He's the go-to. He's the target. He's the number one receiver out there, and that was them attempting to change it up and catch Arizona off guard.
Yeah, I can see that. They didn't really throw it to anybody else. I just think Sam Darnold had kind of an off day. He threw for 242 yards, which was good, but it seemed like they were a lot more focused on rushing.
Yeah.
Their running game went pretty ridiculous, pretty ham. Both their running backs had a pretty decent day with Charbonnet scoring a touchdown. But It was like like we were saying earlier, man. It was just I don't know. I thought it was kind of boring.
It was. Those first 3 quarters were pretty hard to get through, honestly. I was in and out of, having an attention span towards it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what I feel like we'll revert back to more so on Thursdays. That's how it tends to be usually on Thursdays. I feel like we're kind of maybe a little spoiled the past few Thursday night games.
Right.
Where they were just really good. But in this one, I mean, and then, I feel like Kyler Murray was on his back the entire time. Seattle had like 7, 8, 6 sacks out there. So I felt like they couldn't, Arizona couldn't get a whole lot going. They really did miss Connor. I know Trey Benson tried to fill in, but it wasn't. I don't know. Connor is that alpha dog over there for Arizona that they don't have because it's not Kyler Murray, right?
Right.
It's just so without him, who's gonna step up and take that place? I mean, Marvin Harrison had a good game, but
you got to rely on Kyler to be the quarterback, man. I mean, he should never be your lead rusher, which he was this last Thursday night game. He had 5 carries for 41 yards, just having to scramble and get away from the defense, and it led to him being the lead rusher.
Yeah, you can't, especially Kyler Murray. It's he's not the biggest of people. Yeah. You don't want that, right? Like you don't want that for sure. So we'll see what happens. I mean, they still got Trey McBride, they still got Marvin Harrison, but I feel like that NFC West has just been a dogfight already this season. With nobody clearly taking like a clear hold over it. I think they just keep kind of going back and forth and beating each other in like round robin fashion, where like Seattle will beat Arizona, but then they'll lose to the 49ers, but then the 49ers will lose to Arizona, but then Arizona will lose to, freaking whoever the other team, I can't even think of their 4th team, but still like it's a round robin league over there, man, that division.
Right, exactly. And that's kind of what the AFC is looking like, except for the Chargers. I mean, you really don't know who's under the Chargers right now in the top spot. You got Chiefs and Broncos sitting on the same record right now, and it's like who's going to be the better of those two. Chargers have a very commanding lead right now in the AFC West, and then you got the Raiders, who are just the Raiders. It's the easiest way to put it. They're the Raiders. You think you'd see something different with Pete Carroll coming in and Geno Smith, but it's the same black and silver happening all over again.
Yeah. Well, shoot, I mean, Broncos played Bengals Monday night.
Yeah, going up against a second string quarterback. Not to take anything away from their receiving core, though, because, I mean, it's very easy for Chase to go off and have himself a game like, Cleveland with the game against the Broncos where they put up 400 passing yards on us to one receiver, literally.
James Winston. Yeah, and I mean, Jake Browder is pretty much, he's like Jameis Winston. Maybe Jameis Winston type quarterback. He will not hesitate to throw the ball for sure. You could see the Broncos, kicking themselves and just doing something to lose this game. It's like they just try so hard to lose games this season. I don't understand what's going on with them.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Like, I mean, it's in their hands. They have what they need to end it out on a win, and then they just go crazy and go hard and do something random that changes up the whole dynamic of how the outcome is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so weird. Like they'll be, like you said, they'll be in it to win it, and just like a couple brain farts, couple mistakes here and there, and the next thing you know, the entire dynamic of the game is shifted and changed. I mean, you saw it simple as last week, right? Like, I mean, what in the world happened at the end of the game? It felt like if you would have left early, you would just been like, nah, we didn't lose that game. Like, I was looking at something SNL was doing, like the Jets fans. It's like, with the Jets lost to Tampa Bay, it's like the Jets fans that left early is like, nah, we didn't lose that game. We won that game. That's why I left. The game was over and we won. Same thing with the Broncos and the Chargers. And it's been like that the past 2 weeks, right? Like, we won those games and just somehow we don't have a win on the record.
Right. And I really think like it's when we have that lead, they need to learn how to get those third down conversions and learn how to kill that clock. I mean, they blast through downs and they have to kick the ball off, which puts power in the offensive hands, whoever we're playing. And they utilize that time. We're giving these teams too much time. We're not converting and we're not killing clock.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's hard though when you got your quarterback throwing 153 yards for the game. It's kind of hard to get a running game going, right? Like they know they can just load up and dare them to throw the ball. Like I don't know. It's I hope we see a turnaround from Bo Nix, a little bit crisper, a little bit sharper with his throws. I don't know, man. I just don't know why it's not as crisp. Last season, I know it's not last season. It's an entirely different team, different players, this and that, different scheme, whatever. But I just feel like the connection should be there a lot better than it is, and it seems off for some reason.
Right. And it's not off by so much that you can count the season off as a loss completely.
No.
It's barely.
We still got a solid running team too. So
yeah, a couple of just timing changes, a couple of clock killing ability drives, and they're the team to be again. But they're not starting off so hot, man. If we would have just taken down the Chargers, and when we had that lead, and we would have taken that, walked out of SoFi Stadium with a win, it would have been volumes of different conversations.
Oh yeah, entirely different conversation for sure. But they got the loss, now they got to go back and climb back up. Hopefully, they can make it, to maybe, the wild card game or something. But I don't think they can win the AFC West.
Right. Yeah, not with the direction the Chargers are going. They're going to
Chargers
are looking to sweep the division. They're going to sweep the division. Broncos are the only ones that have a chance to really take it to the Chargers, and they've shown that, and they fumbled the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
So, dang, man, it's crazy how late the CU game is tonight. Started at 8:15.
That is pretty wild.
Stupid. And it's in Boulder.
Yeah, and that's an interesting thing because I have to go work the Boulder-thon tomorrow, which is one of Boulder's biggest marathons that they hold every year, and it's back-to-back right out of a Colorado game.
Yeah. Like Dion said, I know where they be going. They going over to the hill. I know where they be.
Right. Pretty much don't go to Boulder if you don't have to this weekend because everything's shut down downtown for Buffs game and then back-to-back into a marathon, and everything's closed for that marathon too. So Boulder is not the place to be right now.
Not at all. I mean, is it ever though? It's always traffic up there in game day.
Right.
Yeah. No. Just jump off track. Still Colorado. But yeah, in that Broncos game though, what you got for predictions?
It's a tough one. I really think that the Bengals are gonna have a good passing game. I think that they're gonna throw for quite a few touchdowns. I really feel like Jamar Chase is going to step up and hold it down on his end of it. I think T. Higgins will have a couple of really vital catches that really carry the team. They're going to convert through T. Higgins, but they're going to score with Jamar Chase. But I think the Broncos running game, I think we'll finally see our first 100-yard rushing game.
Yeah.
Hopefully. From J.K.
And hopefully it's from R.J. Harvey.
That'd be dope. But I think, honestly, we're going to see J.K. Dobbins go off for over 100 yards. I think he's going to get a touchdown. I think R.J. is going to get a touchdown, but maybe touch a little over 50 yards or so. He probably won't get as much yardage as J.K. Dobbins, but they'll get that running game down. Plus, a touchdown pass to, my guess would be Cortland Sutton. I see this game going 24 to 13. 24-13 Broncos.
I can see that. I mean, the Bengals only scored over 20 once this season.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the Broncos only scored over 20 two times this season. Well, they got to 20 once.
Yeah.
The last game.
But I see, Jamar Chase getting their only touchdown, followed up by a couple field goals.
Yeah, I see Jamar Chase getting his. He'll probably slip in there, get a touchdown in the red zone or something.
Yeah. I see him getting a lot of yards, but I see it being followed up by a couple picks in red zone territory, where it just, gives the ball right back to the Broncos.
I just want to see us Blitz Jake Brown. Let's put some pressure on Brown and make him get rid of the ball. Make them try to run the ball and become one-dimensional. I think that's how we're going to stop it. Like, shut down. Got to completely shut down Jamar Chase and Higgins, right? I think is this. Yeah, is this Higgins? Higgins has been out there all season, but we got to shut down both those receivers. I mean, Riley Moss has to have a game of his life. That's where it starts. Because if Riley Moss shuts down T. Higgins, man, Brown is not going to be looking Sutton's way the whole game. He might look once or twice, and then boom, that's when Sutton's going to get his pick six.
Yeah,
boom,
exactly.
Riley Moss pick six. Boom, Jahdae Barron pick six. I'm calling it. Hot take game. Pick sixes from all three of our cornerbacks.
Broncos defense just owning it up, huh?
21 points from Broncos defense. Boom, two more fumbles from Nick.
I got them in one of my fantasy leagues, so I'm all about that.
The Broncos defense?
Yeah.
Good, man. They haven't been doing the best in fantasy. Well, last week they got double digits and 10 points. Of course, against the Colts, they got broken down. I hope you didn't start them that week.
Nope.
But they are a good defense, right? They got great pieces. They can
and they still have that red zone defense. That red zone defense is still strong.
They're good at all three levels, right? They just got to get the middle shored up. And I don't think Chase Brown is that runaway running back that we should be afraid of. He's good, but I don't think he's someone we should be afraid of, like a Jonathan Taylor.
Right.
Or even, Najee Harris or Omarion Hampton from last week, I put him over Chase Brown, but Chase Brown had a good season last season. No Joe Burrow, though, so no one's afraid of him throwing the ball 40, 50 times a game.
Exactly.
So I think that changes everything. I just want to see our defense really lock it down. I think it starts with our defense. Like, they have to wake up and they have to play like the defense we know they are in order for us to win this week. And it has to be the beginning to end. Honestly, we can't expect Bo Nix to be winning these games for us because he's not going to.
No, it has to be a team.
Yeah, and he did good. I mean, look against the Colts. He had 3 touchdowns in the first half. Last week, what did he do last week? He only had the 1 touchdown and like 153 yards, but they were in good position. They were still in position to win the game.
Yeah, and they just got to learn how to end the game. They got to learn how to kill that clock while keeping the ball in the second half. That's just their problem. They're hot in the first half and they put up points on the board, and in the second half they just fall off. They give the ball right back over on 3 and out. They're not killing any of the clock in the meantime. They're using all their timeouts while the other team has the ball.
That's definitely true. And I don't know. It's like Sean Payton's figuring it out too. I don't know what it is with him, man.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just a system he's not accustomed to, and it's just a whole learning process for him, or what the case may be.
But that's the thing, man. You got to work your system to the team you got.
Yeah.
If it don't work out what you wanted, you got to turn it and kind of adapt to the team that you got once you realize that, man. Yeah, I think he's doing an okay job, but I think he's still trying to force and make his way work. It's still early. This is the week, right? This is week 4. This is week 4 where I can go back and be like, okay, now it's this. This is what I feel now. But up until then, it's just all figuring it out. Like you said, it'll take a while for Bo Nix to get it going, 3-4 weeks to get it going. So here's week 4. We'll see if they get it going, if they locked in, see what's going down. Because, same thing last season, right? They got to week 5, I think, and then they started, having a turnaround and seeing what they could do. So it just sucks it had to happen again. But, hey, if that's the way it works, then I'll take it right now. We'll see.
Right, exactly. As long as they could turn it around. And if history repeats itself from last season, Broncos are still looking solid. They could still put up 10 wins going forward from here and end up 11 and 6 or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. So my score prediction, because I got the 3 defensive touchdowns, got Cortland Sutton scoring, I got RJ Harvey getting over 100 yards, so he'd probably get a score in there. One of the running backs get a score. So what's that? 21.
28 on just touchdowns.
That's 35. So I got Broncos 35, Bengals 12. Nah. Bengals 9. PS2 took it personal. Riley Moss gonna have a shutdown day. It's gonna be a good day.
Okay.
It's gonna be a good day.
35-9. Gemini. It's got Denver, and I got 24-13 Denver.
Lock it in, guys. You heard it here. That's some hot takes. That's not even hot takes. That's colder than ice cold takes right there. We know what's about to happen, man.
Right.
I got all the faith in this team. Any other games you're gonna be watching?
The Eagles-Bucks game will be pretty good. Seeing Baker Mayfield, he's been typical, consistent Baker Mayfield. I'd say, him against the Eagles, I could see that being a fun one just because the Eagles have really not been keeping it. They're kind of the same boat as the Broncos where, you expect that defense to hold strong and they're just slipping up pretty hard and teams are putting up numbers on them, really. And the Colts-Rams, that should be a good game, honestly. I can see the Rams finally handing Colts their first loss.
Yeah, hopefully. Screw the Colts. Got a vendetta against them now.
and then the Ravens-Chiefs. Ravens-Chiefs should be a good one, honestly, where, the Chiefs try and come back in and be that dominant dynasty that they think they still are, and the Ravens just taking it to them, and that'll be a fun game to watch, just seeing the Chiefs fall on their face again. And then probably last is that Packers-Cowboys, just the return of Micah Parsons to Dallas.
Yeah. No, that's probably the best storyline is that return of Micah Parsons to Dallas. But I think those would be some good games. It's some pretty good games coming up tomorrow. I think it'll be a good solid lineup starting early with that Vikings-Steelers game over in Ireland. That one probably won't be as exciting, but I mean, for the fact that we have football that early, I think that's what makes it great, right?
Exactly, definitely.
Feeling like we got some college football going on. Let's see. Let's take a quick promo again. Take a promo break, guys. Hit that like button, then we come back and we'll get into new music. Talk some new music for you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share us, guys. We'll be right back. Yeah. So, yeah, guys. So we got some pretty good games coming up tomorrow. So chime in, jump on the Facebook page. Tell us what games you're watching. Jump on the chat. Tell us what games you're watching. Hit us up in X, wherever you are. Check out Shady Sports Network and tell us what you're going to be watching tomorrow for the NFL Sunday Week 4. Already in Week 4 of the season, man. It's so crazy. Like, just feel like I was just hoping for the season to start and we're like starving for, football news that we're talking about anything like, so-and-so got new cleats. It's cool. Just every story we can think of.
Right. It seems like just a few episodes ago we were talking about switching to Saturdays to line ourselves up with NFL Sundays.
Now look at it. We're ready to go. There's that foresight, that shadow, and be on top of it. You know what I mean? Get it in, talk about it, and then you got the rest of your weekend to enjoy it, right?
Exactly. See where we land on our predictions.
There we go. So yeah, we got our predictions on the Broncos game, and then we got our predictions on the Packers-Cowboys game. So I think that's good. Yeah. Last week we were one. I mean, we got the Colts. We got the winner, right? So we got the winner, right?
Yeah.
1-2, 1-1 last week. 1-1. So we'll see how we go this week.
And this week we're in agreement that Green Bay is going to take it to Dallas and that Denver's going to take it to Cincy. So.
Yeah. So we got our picks for the week: Packers and the Broncos. There we go. All right, man. So what are we listening to for this new Music Friday? What's good? What's on the jams? What's the tunes?
The controversial one that we got that, it's controversial because of everything that's behind him right now, storyline wise, is Young Thug put out his new album. With all the controversy that comes along with it, from him being, labeled as a snitch and everything not looking so hot in terms of his credibility and, his whole case surrounding everything and how he got out and how he snitched his way out. But took a couple listens. It's a couple of tracks. It's typical Young Thug. He didn't change anything up. There's a couple tracks on there that are pretty decent, honestly. But it just has a stain to it when you listen to it now. It's not something that people are excited to listen to. It lost a lot of its potency in terms of, what he's talking about, because everyone's just looking at him differently now.
Yeah.
I've never been a huge fan.
Yeah, I think I couldn't name any of his songs, but I feel like I listened to like one or two of his songs before. But yeah, it is. I don't know. Let's see what we got over here. I don't know. I feel like a rock world better when he sounded like Lil Wayne.
Yeah, and the album cover to the album, which is UI Splitty, or Scuddy, UI Scuddy. It's really interesting. It's him pretty much doing whiteface with blue eyes, essentially.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, but he has a few interesting features on it. He's got a track, R.I.P. Big and Mac, featuring T.I. That track is actually pretty dope. The couple other features he has is Cardi B, Ken Carson, Lil Baby, Mariah the Scientist, Sexy Red, and 21 Savage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a pretty good lineup. I mean, with his features, right? It's all the everybody you'd want to listen to. For sure.
Right. Yeah. No. And the list goes on. That's just like one of the big ones and all that. But I mean, he has Future, Quavo, Travis Scott. It's all the big names. It's all big names. But it's just got a different vibe to it now with everything that's controversial behind him right now.
Yeah. So, from what you've heard so far on it, you give it. What do you give it? You cool or corny? Where do you put it at?
I think the productions are cool. I think the timing of everything it makes it corny, honestly. Overall, just because I mean it's hard to follow on somebody that has so much controversy and what he's talking about. What he talks about doesn't line up with the controversy behind him. So I think him himself coming out on it's corny, but I think the production, the beats, the deliveries, those are all cool. So it's a weird mixture. I'd say overall it falls under corny, but I feel like it's like a 60-40, like 40% cool, 60% corny.
Yeah. Okay. That's about it. That's all that I'm seeing.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got some out of genre releases that are definitely the biggest one that I've seen that is for the ladies definitely, but it's somebody you wouldn't expect. Is Mariah Carey of all people released her album? She has a new album out.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mariah Carey has an album out. Yeah. That's trying to see if there's anything here on discover some stuff.
She has a track with Anderson .Paak. Anderson .Paak was on her album.
Maya has a new song. Well, I guess Maya has a new song out too.
Oh man!
All the old heads
late
coming
90s
back around.
Right there.
Right? What year is this?
Yep.
Oh, she came out with a whole album. Oh, it's a single. Yeah, she came out with a single. Yeah, then that Mariah Carey album. Oh, wow. There was another one I just saw too.
And the name of that album is Here for It All.
Here for It All. Was this Peasy still ghetto?
Yep, still ghetto Peasy. It's I don't even know where Peasy's from. I took a quick listen to a couple of the tracks on there.
Detroit.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, dang! Instagram kicked us off. Keep going.
And I would label the Peasy tracks I heard. I'd label as cool. They come off pretty cool. It's hip hop.
I was about to say, from what I'm hearing, I like it.
Yeah. Could be up and coming. Somebody that we can be talking. Somebody we can talk about. 6 months, a year from now, where we're just like, remember when we brought up Peasy, and now look where he's at.
I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna take a listen to this. Yeah. Yeah.
And another little known artist that I think is gonna actually start making some waves eventually here is Pluto.
Pluto.
And he came out with a single called Pluto Walk.
Pluto Walk. Pluto Walk. Pluto Walk. Oh. Let me see if I can find it. Pluto. Oh, I see a chick, Pluto.
Yeah, it is a chick. She's a girl.
Oh.
But she's up there with like I'd say Megan Thee Stallion, kind of a little bit different voice, but maybe a little Sexy Red in there.
I was gonna say she's all the Sexy Red. Nice.
It's the week of girls. It's the girls' week in terms of these female artists coming out with stuff, which is good to see. Good to see.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. For sure. Obviously we saw Cardi B's album come out last week.
Yeah,
we talked about
and
that.
And then this week we have Pluto, Mariah Carey, and then probably the biggest of them all is gonna be Doja Cat's new album drop this Friday.
V.
Yep.
By.
Or by. I think it's by.
Via V.
I don't know if it's a acronym or if it's a word.
She is a character.
Yeah, she is. Seems like she's veering away from the hip hop sound though, and going into more of like poppy.
She is like, I do see her being in that, like banging like the Mariah Careys and like, and yeah, the Mayas, honestly, just like having the more poppy songs.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever listened to a Doja Cat song before in my life. Oh, yeah. Yes, I have. Just didn't know what it was. Yeah. But yeah, I mean.
And on the male side of R&B, Khalid came out with his first track that he's came out with in a long time. Haven't heard anything or seen anything from Khalid in a couple years now, but he came out with Out of Body.
Mobb Deep got a song out.
I was getting to that for sure, definitely. Oh. It's off their upcoming album with The Alchemist on it. The Alchemist is really getting out there and putting his name out there.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the comeback, but they came out with the new song Taj Mahal. It's their second single off of their upcoming album.
Let's go. After going to that Atmosphere and Friends show, man, it's just all this hip hop. Let's bring it back.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta get that footage up too, man, from that show.
Yeah.
One day I won't be so lazy. Get it. Dang, Mobb Deep, let's go. Dave East got a track. Dang, just ever since he did that Wu-Tang show, man, every time I just I don't even have to. If I know it's Dave East, I just instantly hear this Method Man, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, it's Dave East with Larry June.
And Larry June
Respectfully.
he's getting ready to start his tour. I'm pretty sure Denver's one of Larry June's first stop on his tour.
Okay.
And I think that kicks off in January.
Oh snap! Was that gonna be the Pepsi Center or Ball Arena? I guess.
Let me see if I can get some more info real quick on that.
Polo G. Yeah, I don't know if there's really any like new stuff though. Moon by Daniel Caesar. Some R&B for you.
Yeah, and there's a lot of music coming out that's outside of hip hop this week. It seems like we got a few hip hop drops, but we also have a new single from Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin to kick it into even another genre.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me see if I can pull this one up. I got one. It was like I think it was like songs that shouldn't work, but they do.
That's our favorite thing to review.
No. Oh, let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
I like to throw our audience off every now and then and put them on something that they wouldn't think.
Out there. Yeah. That's different. It is way different, but it's good. It's good,
Yeah.
different. Where is it at? It's I think it was Kendrick Lamar and here, I'll just pull it up. Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Probably the coolest song I heard all week. Oh, cool. The teacher's a platypus.
The only person I've ever heard do remixes to Kendrick that I thought was 100% passable was Tyler, the Creator.
Oh man, he's still rocking his album or what?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
and he's definitely starting to lean towards the songs that are becoming like social media trendy, like specifically on TikTok and everything like that, where you see a lot of his songs hit TikTok trends.
Mm-hmm. Exhibit got a song out.
Really? That's interesting.
With Sweet Love. I Hate You So Much.
Stop, you're talking too much. Come get all of your stuff before I go and throw it away.
Whoa.
Now you've broken all of my trust, smudging on my makeup, mascara running all down my face. Oh, I get the start.
Then he like collabed with this group was like 20 years younger than him.
Wow.
This is different for sure. He's like, yeah, I like it. I'm gonna do it with you. X to the Z.
Pimp my features. This is very interesting so far.
Yeah. I just want to hear Exhibit's part.
That's what I'm waiting to hear in, because I'm like, how are you gonna deliver on something that sounds like this?
It's like something you'd listen to in high school if you were like a high school age girl. And you're into Barbie.
Okay.
Such a beautiful scene, not everything ugly. Went from flying you out to Miami to growing to possibly meeting my family. Bench to Bentley's taking off and landing. This relationship way too demanding. Now you can't stand me, right? Baby, why you tripping? Thought we was tight. Treating little me like a DOG.
Mm-hmm.
Me don't read, know what you can see.
Yeah. I don't know. He did okay, but it's just not it.
No, yeah, no, like it's
It might have been from a movie. Maybe it's for a movie. It might be for a movie. That's
that
what
makes
Jamie
me.
says.
Yeah, I don't know. It puts me in a weird. I'd have to label that as corny.
Corny, right? It's a corny. It's in the corny section. I'm sorry, X.
That's one of those.
I say that.
He did that for the check. He had to do that for the check.
You hating on that? I don't know how new that is. You get your money.
Right.
Why would you say pimp my features? New era, pimp my features. What do you want to use it for? I don't care. Right.
Y'all sent the money, right? All right, here you go.
Here you go. I recorded this 10 months ago.
Yeah. And I think the last real song that I have that I listen to that I really like, that rounds it off for me, is T Grizzly came out with Back to Michigan.
Dang, Midwest coming up big.
Yep.
T Grizzly. Back to life. LAX to DTW. Detroit boys coming in heavy.
Yep. And I have already heard this one, so I label it as cool.
Man, so many different styles coming out of Detroit. He sounds so different from the other dude, Peasy.
Right.
Both sound so different from, obviously Big Sean and Eminem. Okay. That's all right. That's definitely that's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, and I think you hit that nail on the head, really honestly. Like there's just so many different styles coming out of Detroit right now. I mean, Danny Brown's got some new music coming out here soon.
I like Danny Brown. He is completely different from anybody else in the world, I feel like.
Right. You can't put like a title on his style at all. I mean, Big Sean, we saw his feature last week, where he came in on that Russ song.
I do got a Danny Brown track on this album.
Danny Brown is always cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't never came out with anything for me.
Yeah, I rock with it. Everything he put out. Yeah, it looked like it's crazy because they even got the track list for the album.
Yeah,
but he's not gonna release it till November 7th. When is November, bro? It's like 2 months from now.
Yeah,
and they show all the songs right here. Yeah, I put Danny Brown up in that Mac Dre tree. Let's just get the party going. Let's just get it rocking.
Right. And even Exhibit came out of Detroit, and we just heard what he came out with.
Gosh,
you just never know what Detroit's gonna put out.
He got to have something else this recent that's not corny. He can't be coming out like that, big dog.
He had this album that we talked about, I feel like about 4 months ago or something like that.
Quarter Key. Oh, that's another track with him. Okay.
Yeah, it was Kingmaker. We talked about
Kingmaker. Oh, yeah, Kingmaker. Duh. Yeah.
Let's go, Doc. Let's go. I got that boy for sale, bro. That'll get you when I'm in a road rage. My middle finger. Look at here, a guy built. My fake
Yeah, you're right. I had to wash that other sound out of my system exhibit. Yeah, I love it. Well, shoot, man. Anything you looking forward to for next New Music Friday that you got a link on?
Not currently. Still working on, what's gonna be coming out next week and everything. Still just waiting for, the built anticipation for me is if they're ever gonna drop that Alchemist and Erykah Badu album.
My wife watches this show called, what's that new show you watch, Jamie? The one with Roy Wood Jr. Have I got news for you? And they always end the episode with like something, and I was like, I think it ended with like, we still haven't seen the Epstein files.
Yeah,
but, that's funny. It's like you're still waiting on the Erykah Badu and Alchemist album.
And same with Lil Baby, still waiting on that Lil Baby album. Yeah. Another Detroit rapper. I'm looking forward to like seeing if and when he comes out with something new, just because he's been definitely like super underground and like a real like vague aspect is Baby Tron. Baby Tron was on Eminem's album. The track was Toby, and I really like Baby Tron, but he's out there, he's different, and it's another spin on Detroit style, really, where like he just comes off differently from you'd hear from Danny Brown.
He just came out with a track last week.
Baby Tron?
Mm-hmm. Futurama?
Yeah, I want to hear the album. I want a whole album. But his wordplay is crazy. His delivery is crazy. His style is unorthodox.
Yeah.
Why you think I'm wearing skirts, bitch? I'm selling meds. Put the Crocs in sports mode, then go bend again. I'm with being at 40, that's 100 milligrams. Ain't a thing changed from school, boy, you still a ham. I can't bring floods out the crib, he might kill a fan. They just want a picture, I just want a billion. Matter of fact, scratch that.
Yeah, I don't even see his album.
Yeah, one of the weird, interesting things about him is that like nobody ever puts like disrespect on his name. He has like this weird reputation in Detroit where it's not like necessarily like it's not King Von, but it's not Big Sean by any means, like where you don't talk about him because of violence, but you also don't talk about him because like they don't let anybody from Detroit don't let nobody talk bad about Baby Tron.
Okay. Need the love of the city because he's a Michigander.
Yeah. They hold him to high regard there for some reason. And, I just want to see that full album to see, how that comes to be and what that sounds like and why he's so highly spoken and put on a pedestal in out of Michigan for not having much out yet.
Right. Well, looks like he has a few albums.
It's nothing on like a level.
A big level.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he had Toby was like the biggest song, obviously.
That introduced the world to him, really. Mm-hmm. That was off of a feature on Eminem's album, and I mean, anybody that's going on Eminem's album is just like that you don't know about yet is kind of controversial in its own right. It's like, what do they know that we don't?
Mm-hmm. Like, what's going on with this? True.
And to be on a track with Big Sean on top of that, it's Eminem featuring Big Sean and Baby Tron.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was good. I like that song too. I heard it. I was like, what? Let's go. I'm with it. I'm with it. Cool, man. Well, shoot. So, like, hopefully we'll have some bangers coming out next week. We'll probably see another Logic song. Logic track come out next week, I'm sure.
Something featuring Denzel Curry, I'm sure.
Right. Be looking forward to that Cowboys game. I think that's one of the early games on Sunday. And then you got the Broncos to close out the weekend. So it'll be a good weekend, man, to wrap it up and then come back and see how our predictions were. Anything else you wanted to touch on before we get out of here?
I guess I can just remind everybody of those times. We got Broncos, Bengals, Monday night prime time. We got Cowboys, Packers, 6:20 tomorrow night. That's the prime time game for tomorrow night. Just before that, our afternoon games that we're looking at is going to be the Chiefs, Ravens, and Colts, Rams. That Colts, Rams game should be really exciting, honestly, in terms of just going back and forth. And then we got Eagles and Buccaneers at our early game. That should be an exciting one to watch. And then the premiere of Jackson Dart at 11 a.m. tomorrow against the Chargers, and that's Mountain Standard Time. And then we got our Ireland game, 7:30 a.m. tomorrow. People are going to wake up to NFL tomorrow already rolling heavy. You're going to wake up at 8 o'clock. You're already going to be, halfway through that first quarter. So be up and ready if you're excited for football this week. You want to be up early. Set your alarms. Set your alarms now.
Yep, get up and at it. And then also another thing too, I set up an Amazon wish list for my Veteran Service Center, the Volunteers of America Colorado Veteran Service Center out here in Denver. So if you want to donate to the vets, guys, check in the comments or check in the description for the show. I got my Amazon wish list in there, and you can just go there and I'll send it directly over to the Bill Daniels Vet Service Center. So I just want to put that out there too. Just a couple things that we do need. Right there in the screen, guys, things we can use. These vets come in every single day, and this helps them out a lot. So, want to put that out there as well.
Serving those out of here. Yeah, serving those who served us.
Yep, definitely. And I know you all of us have a family member that served. So, I think it touches us all kind of equally in that sense as well. So. If you can, and nothing big, a lot of people donate, art, people come in and fold clothes, you can donate whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be anything of monetary value either. So there's many ways to help out. So feel free to reach out if you want to find out more about that. Other than that, come back, guys. You can rock with me tomorrow morning. Here, I'll have fantasy reports early morning doing my injury updates, start sit updates, 7 a.m. Denver time, right before that game kicks off over in Ireland. So I'll be up before those Ireland people. But no, come kick it with us over here at Shady Sports Network. Same thing on Saturday mornings. You up early, come rock with Around the Indoor Football World, 6:30 every Saturday morning, right before we come on over here at the bus stop. So we got you covered Monday through Sunday, or Sunday through Saturday, or however many days you want to look at it, or however your week goes. We probably got something going on over here at Shady Sports Network. So head over to the YouTube, Shady Sports Network, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends. We just crossed over 2,900 subscribers. We're trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the season. So let's keep it rocking, guys. Come rock with us. Pittsburgh putting it on Louisville right now. I think USC is tied in their game. Wake Forest putting it on Georgia Tech. Well, 14. Oh, they are putting it on Georgia Tech, 14-3 with those Wake Forest, those ugly helmets coming through, holding it down in the college football world. But keep rocking with us, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us this Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Like I said, let us know what games you're watching, what games you're looking forward to for next week, or whatever it may be, NFL, NBA related. We're happy to talk about it, so come chop it up with us here at the bus stop. Always. Much love, guys. Thanks for chilling with us. We'll send you out with that intro, outro, right? So rock with us, guys. Have a great day. Be easy. Shady Sports Network.
It's the bus stop. Swerving into what's hot, coming live, Shady Sports, yeah, we got it on live. Sports and music, yeah, let's get into it. Do it like no other, do it. Blueprint for consuming the team that's never losing. Coming live from Colorado, like shit and follow. Shady Sports, the motto, fresher than avocado. Play by play and ball for ball, we coming to you from afar. Day to day and call for call, we talk about it all.
Yeah, this the bus stop, talking sports and hip hop. Jump on the bandwagon, cause we talking what's hot. 8303, Denver, what's happening? We got sports action, come take a ride with us if you DJ and a rapping. No capping, stand LinkedIn, bringing sports and rap news, stats news, and talking Denver Zuzu. And we ain't hard to find, we on Shady Sports Network like all the time. Gemini Statik got the ball, it's time to grind. It's the show you won't wanna miss, not one line. And ain't there not a show bringing what we bringing. So go ahead and tune in, man, we just hanging at the bus stop.
Shady Sports, 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 Shady.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.